This video is going to be especially important for anybody with eczema and psoriasis, or someone who has a loved one who's suffering from eczema and psoriasis. So let's go ahead and dive into some science. Chaga mushroom, a black fungus that grows on birch trees, has shown some unique promise in treating eczema and psoriasis. I'm going to take you through 4 reasons, each backed by a scientific study, why chaga mushroom is showing so much promise against this really unique autoimmune disorder. Number 1 is that chaga mushroom has proven to stabilize mast cells. So mast cells are the cells that are responsible for allergic responses to things. So histamine release that ends up making your eyes puffy and nose runny when it's seasonal allergy time. Those are the same mast cells that release the components that allow eczema and psoriasis to arise. So stabilizing those cells with a compound called Inonotus, maybe I'm saying that wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Inonotus is stabilizing this mast cell so that it never gets the chance to release all of those skin disrupting chemicals. What you need to know is that this drives the itching, redness, and swelling that comes along with eczema and psoriasis. And here is the study linked right here in case you want to check it out. Going one step further than the mast cells, the second reason that chaga can help with eczema and psoriasis is the anti-inflammatory cytokine modulation. What does that mean? Cytokines are basically like these white blood cell or immune system just powerhouses that go in and just start sending signals like something's wrong, something's wrong. And the 3 ones that we have right here are IL-6, TNF-alpha, and IL-1 beta. All you really need to know is that these 3 get released when you're having an eczema or psoriasis attack, and chaga actually downregulates or modulates the release of these things so that your body system doesn't get out of control and produce the rashes and itchiness on your skin. It goes into the mechanism here if you want to get nice and nerdy. And here, the relevance is outlined, which basically says chaga may reduce the chronic inflammatory environment in eczema and psoriasis lesions. So essentially, it's just regulating that environment so it doesn't get produced. And if you want to check the work, here's the study that all of this came from right there. Number 3. Keratinocyte protection and antioxidant effects. Very simply, there's a mechanism in chaga called the polysaccharides that protect the keratinocytes. What are a keratinocyte? It's the cells that make up your hair, skin, eyes, and nails. In this particular example, think about your skin getting a shield around it and from within, protecting it. So this is another reason why we believe that chaga is going to help protect you against eczema and psoriasis outbreaks. Finally, the 4th research-backed reason why we believe that chaga is going to help you with your eczema and psoriasis is right here. It balances your immune system through this pathway of the Th1 and Th2 cells. So let me just break this down for you real quick. Th2 cells are antibody-mediated responses that give allergic inflammation. So when we're having an outbreak of eczema and psoriasis, the Th2 cells are higher than the Th1 cells. So basically, it's the alarm system of your body going, we need help here, we need help here. And the Th1 cells are the ones that are like, okay, we're coming in right where you told us to, Th2, and we're gonna get the job done. But if there's not enough guys, Th1 guys getting the job done, and there's too many Th2s signaling and causing stress in your body, then the work isn't getting done. There's just a bunch of inflammatory signaling going on. What we need to do is reduce the signaling. Don't get rid of it because there is a real purpose to it. You need to reduce it so there's still signaling, a little inflammation, but increase the Th1 cells so you have more fighters and so essentially, it coordinates the attack on this stuff by reducing the signaling so you don't have so many outbreaks and increasing the amount of cells that are going to go in and neutralize the threat. Let's do a quick recap of all the reasons that we covered. Number 1, mast cell activity, stabilizing your mast cells so you're not releasing the allergic response. 2, cytokine modulation. This is basically just down-regulating all of those cytokines, all of those cells that are getting in the mix, causing inflammation and causing you to outbreak. 3, keratinocyte protection, protecting your dermal layer, protecting your skin cells from the inside out. Number 4, immune balance. So it's regulating the Th1, Th2 ratio, making sure we have the right amount of signalers and the right amount of attackers. Now here's the real reason why I made this video in the first place. Because Chaga demonstrates multiple mechanisms relevant to eczema and psoriasis, including immune modulation, anti-inflammatory activity, and epidermal protection. That's huge. 3 main reasons. So we believe that it could have a huge impact on people who are suffering from eczema and psoriasis that cannot get help from Western medicine. But there is a limitation. There's been no large-scale human clinical trials. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to amass people who are suffering from eczema and psoriasis and have not been able to find relief. And we want to give them chaga mushroom. We wild forage it from the mountains of Vermont, process it, and turn it into this super potent concentrate that we just want to give it away. And we want to do this large-scale human clinical trial. Maybe get rid of clinical. It's a little bit anecdotal, but we're doing our best to produce science that says, listen, we have this many people who've tried it, and it works. If it works, we have to try it first. So huge potential here. We hope that if you're suffering from eczema and psoriasis, that maybe you'll take advantage of this opportunity and we might be able to create some really compelling science that will get people off of those Western drugs that really aren't doing anything except wasting their money and dysregulating their whole body. Let's get back to the natural way. All right, guys. Stay tuned for more studies coming up soon, going into why chaga can be one of the most prolific herbs on earth. See you next time.